Hi, I'm Dick. This video is about summation functions, but I would like to take another angle to look at it. Is it necessary to have summation functions and use it? Now, this is also the episode 2 of stream 1 of this video series. All right, as you know, in Power BI, there is a few summation functions. First, calculate, sum x, and sum. And other like max x, max, min x, and min. Okay? Well, PBI has summation default in visuals. So the first question is, do we still need the summation functions? I would say yes, because of complicated filtering. And why not one function for summation? Actually, there are three. I don't have any answer, but I only know that each function has its own specification. Can AI help? Partially, because sometimes we need to well communicate with the AI in order to get the result desired. Maybe over time, you can get better answer. So do we proceed? I suggest yes. Okay, here we have a data set with 3 columns, the date, line, and output. Well, the date cover the month of June, July, and August, every calendar day of these 3 months. So we then go to Power BI and import the data set. All right, sheet 1, 3 column. This time I would like to change the name of the data table. Okay, for the output, when I right click it, then there is an option, add to field world. Click 162K. What does it mean? Actually, it is the total of the column output. That means the sum up of 3 months line output. I did not choose anything. I say production line or a month or a day. So this summation may not have the meaning. Rather, we may just want to have a single month output total or a production line output total. So to this end, I need to add the slicer. In this slicer, I click line. See? Line ABC. Okay. Then next, we may wonder if we can add a year-month slicer. However, in this data table, we only have the columns of date. We don't have the year and month, so we need to create a new column. I call it YM. And then I need to transform the date to year-month. We go to table view to see whether it works. You see, when I click on the filter, 2023-06, 2023-07, and 2023-08. All right? And then I can add another slicer, year-month. Vertical needs. All right. The format of this figure may not be what we want, so I don't want to run it up to 1000. So I need to change the display unit to none. And then at the same time, I need a comma. Okay. Sum of output, we may not like this data label, so I change it to output or production output. It's okay. Okay, then I select the year month, 2023-06. This is the total of all production line. So I choose production A, and this is the production output of line A. This presentation is not good enough, so I need to change and add the title. Before I add the title, I should add a new measure to compose of the selection in year, month, and production line. All right, so I need to create a measure table. All measure, as usual. Okay, create a new measure. Output title. Selected value for the month of selected value YM. Remember to delete the column 1 for housekeeping purpose. And then the format. There is fx next to the text of title. That means we can insert the measure here. All right, line A for the month of 2023-06. Okay, we should add some color there. and then the horizontal alignment, set it to center. Okay, then add the shadow, and then make the corner rounded. All right, so maybe too big. Of course, you can change the font or the label, change it to bold and brown in color. Okay, when you choose B, C, D, the figure change and also as well as the title change. All right. So in this case, do we need to use the summation function? Straightforward, no. However, when we want to show the output of line A, line B, line C, and D at the same time, what can we do? We cannot just replicate the card here and then assign the value of the respective month to the card. No, we cannot do that. Logically, can't, because whenever we choose the line, they change it all together. So in this situation, if we want to have the output of 4 production lines to show together in card visual, we need to do it another way. And this time, we need the summation function. So we are going to create the measure for production line A, B, C, and D respectively. So first of all, I need to delete the line. Okay. And then I need to create the measure. For example, line A output. So definitely we need to do the sum x. All right. And then production output line equal to A. And then output. This is the production line A output measure. Then we need to create the line B. Line B. Line C. And line D. All right. Then we need to place there. The production output no longer appropriate. We need to change it to line A production, line A output. You see, line A output. All right, and we need to reformat it, do it to the other line. Then, is this title appropriate? Probably not. So we are going to change the title because now the production line is hard-coded. So we can just add line A. All right, here, same. Line B, line C, and line D. All right, then we are also going to change the data field. Refer it to line B, line C, line D. And do we need the total production output? I would say yes. So make it smaller. Oh, okay. All right, so we copy and paste. We also need another measure. Do we still need a filter? No, just delete the filter. Okay. Lines output, and then we change the title to total output. All right. I rearrange the card and make some color difference on the total line output. And I change my mind that I would like to add 2 more columns to the production output data table. The first column I would like to add is year. The second column is month. Then I add 1 more slicer. And here, I change it to year, not year month. It should be drop down. To make it more presentable, I add the border. Okay, then I would like to add the bar chart. Oh, okay. And we also need to a column of date. So that here, we put date as the x-axis, output as the y-axis. Now it comes to a question. This bar chart, what figure does it show? There is no selection of production line. We only add the slicer of year 2023 and the month slicer. That means this bar chart is showing the summation of production line output for every day. So it may not be what we want. We may want to just show the daily output in bar chart for a particular line. Okay, so we need to add back a slicer of production line. Okay, but we come across with another issue. Let me choose line A. Wow, the bar chart, you see that is line A output. And then we have the cut line A, we have the figure. Then line B, line C, line D, nothing. And then the total line output is showing only line A output. What's going on? It looks that there is a contradiction in the report design. When we add the line slicer, we can select the what production line to show the daily output in the bar chart. But once we select the line, and then we will see that the non-selected line, the output in the cut visual will be blank, and the total line output will be incorrect. So how to resolve it? I would say, let's revisit the production line output measure. All right. We need to add the OR. Remember, in the last video, I say when we add the OR function, it will remove all the slicer or filter related to the data table. Okay. Here, you can see that when we put the OR function before the production output data table, it will remove all the filter. So the month, the year, the line, slicer will no longer have any effect on this text. So we need to put back the filter in this measure. So here, I will say, okay, then I copy the formula to line B output, and I need to change it to B. See, the line B output reappear. C. D. Okay, you see that we have fixed the conflict. And then even we choose any line output, it would not affect the card visual of individual line output figure. All right. Now you see that we are using some X with OR. Do you find that the input of the text a little bit clumsy? Interestingly, in Power BI, we have another summation function named calculate. Okay, now this time, I try to change the sum x to calculate, but I don't want to delete what I have typed for the sum x, so I just put double slash and remark what I have done for the sum x. Now I use calculate. A little bit different. This time, I'm going to remove a filter or a slicer on a particular field. So remove filters. I am going to remove the filter of line. What does it mean? Now, the question I asked before in last video, how many slicer or filter exist in this report? The answer is 4. First, the year slicer. Second, month slicer. Third, line production line slicer. And the fourth, the day slicer. But this time, the day slicer is not applicable in affecting the production line output in card visual. So we need to keep the year and month slicer, but we don't want the production line slicer in effect. That's why I remove the filters. All right. However, we need to add back what production line is for this measure. So I need to add back the filter. The line equal to A. All right. Enter. 1, 2, line 6, 7. Bingo. So in order to save our time, I like to copy the DAX formula. Change it to B. Do we need the production line for the total output? No. So you see that same result when we are using calculate, but different syntax compared to sum x. Why do we have the same summation function, but different name now, calculate and sum x? Which one is better? I leave it to the user. But how comes Power BI create these two summation functions? As I say, I don't have the answer, but if you are lazy enough like me, so on some occasion, I am going to use calculate, but on some other occasion, I will use sum x. Of course, there is still some difference. I will explain to you in other occasion. I have one more reporting effect I would like to add to this report before we end this session. Now, I would like to show the monthly total for a particular line selected in the line slicer. So to this end, I need to add another set of measure. I would say the monthly output. So this time I add a measure table, monthly output. Okay, January. I use the calculate function. All right. Then remove the filters. Which filters? Month. And then add back the filters. Month to 1. Okay. This is January output. Housekeeping purpose, delete the column 1. And then copy February. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay, once all the measures are created, then I'm going to insert the visual card new. All right, I need to put it one by one. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. I need to do some formatting about the layout. All right, sync card and the maximum card to show 12. Space between the card, I will choose 1. And then the value, the font size should be something 14. Okay. And this part I dislike most is the formatting of the value. I can only do it one by one. You see, the display unit only appear when I choose the respective series. Well, I cannot understand, huh? It's time consuming, but I need to complete it. Time consuming. Okay. And then all right, and I better set the label below the value and the horizontal alignment to be center. And the font should be bold, different color. Okay. Well, and then for the value, bold, blue in color. One more thing. I need to put the total. One more text. Do I need the month? No. And then put it to this card new. I need to change the layout. Make it to 13. And then the core value. Total output, none. And 0. Comma. I should make it bigger to highlight that it is the year-to-date total. Or I should put the background color. Let me see, huh? Yes. Let me do the background color. Which color? Try this. Or all right. Then we need to set the font color to black to white. The data label also white. The data label, we need to make it smaller. Okay. Then it can help highlight the total output figure. All right. Well, I complete the report up to this point. And of course, there is still a lot of space. You can add more and more features. I leave it to you. And then I will do the max x, min x, and all other summation function in the next video. I hope this video is helpful to you. If you like it, please click the subscribe button and also click on the thumb button. Thank you. Happy PBI journey.